Hi everyone, Catherine here from Inky Finger Cat, and today I finished the last of the Christmas in July videos. Yay! I've really enjoyed it though, but it's been a lot of work, and I think I said the same last year and went. But you know, in about 8 months' time, I'll think it's a really good idea again, and might just subject myself to it for 2026. You never know. So today. Now I'm going to do my run through video because this is everything I made in Christmas and July. It's just, there's a whole basket's worth. So I thought I'd shove you back into the overhead and we'll see what we made, because I actually can't remember at the beginning of the month what I made, because I made that probably in June sometime. We'll see. Okay, we're going to whiz through these, I think. So day one was a Christmas tree, and we used a couple of different die sets for the tree images, and some pattern paper that I used from Magazine Kit. I think I used that Magazine Kit a few times in the month, actually, quite a few times in the month. Next one was a sketch and waffle flower for the layered stamp set, which is just gorgeous, and then I love the foiling in the background. Day three was using this digital stamp. I cannot remember for the life of me what I called the theme. Let me just grab it. I don't think I gave myself a theme, but I definitely talked about bulk making cards and keeping it simple, and printing an image multiple times, colouring it all in one go, and then just making the card look a bit different by using different parts of the pattern paper. So I think day three was definitely about tips more than anything else. It was also my design team for Creative Knockouts using that stamped image, digital stamp from Polka Doodles. Theme for day four was Let It Snow, which clearly from the sentiment I used, but I made a whole load of tags by making my own pattern background, and then lots of my favourite things, stamps. Used some glitter glue on them to make them look really cute and pretty, and made loads and loads of tags. Day four was Christmas Past, went vintagey with a pattern paper that I actually didn't like, but I love how it ended up. Used my Tim Holtz little paper dolls, foiling, bit of inking, bit of fussy cutting, and a little bit of ribbon. Lovely, lovely, like that. Okay, what was the next one? Next one was the colour scheme of red, black and gold, and I used pattern paper for the black and white. I use these puffy stickers that are from Spellbinders for the stars and the word, and then this gold element is a laser cut from an old Stampin' Up kit. Okay. Next, the theme was Deck the Halls, and I went for 2 different kinds of wreaths. Ooh, see, look, that's come off from something. It's not that one. Is it this one? 1, 2, yeah. Definitely lost a gem somewhere. There we go. Sorry. So this was about stepping it up. So wreath, and then added some extras. So you could absolutely just go with the wreath that's die cut. Used foiled card to make it a little bit more special, and then stepped it up even more for this one with the foiling in the background. It isn't foiling, sorry, it's stamped and embossed. It isn't foiled. That one's foiled, this one's stamped and embossed. Really love those cards. I think they're so elegant, and I always love a wreath card. Okay. Oh, I've just found another one of those. That's the one where there was a weird bit of glue. I'm not quite sure what from. Sparkling Lights was the next one, and I used this pretty pink posh die with all of the different coloured papers, lots of glitter glue on the actual light bulbs to make them super shiny, super sparkly, really pretty, Quite an intricate one, that one. Took me quite a while to do, if I remember rightly, but I enjoyed making it and I love the colours. Back to a sketch, and this was revisiting a sketch from inspired by a Martin Mayhem card from quite some time ago, with the circle, an element and a sentiment. And then I did it in 3 totally different ways, but using the same background design. Again, some glitter glue going on, some little stars that have been die cut, and then 3 different ways of finishing them off. And then going back to using an element that was left over from when I did this project. Okay. Oh, I love this one. Mistletoe was our theme, and I went a bit mad with mistletoe, but I love that cover die. I think it's so cute, and I just love this card. I think it's really cool. Yeah, quite modern and funky. Talking of modern and funky, I was obviously in a bit of a modern and funky mood at this point. The theme was Follow the Star. Cut this die, which is 2 die cuts together, which is from the Greetery. And then I made my starry background, my night sky background, with lots of ink and some spritz from shimmer spritz from Kingston Crafts. This is quite a Kingston Crafts type one because the black is the mirrored foiled cardstock as well, and then obviously the foiled cardstock inlaid as well. Lovely. Oh, the next one's a bit of an OTT one. Holly and the Ivy. Went completely mad on this one. Just kept adding stuff, but created a wreath using the wreath builder kind of template thing in my stamp platform. Created my wreath with the Darcy stamps from Paper Artsy, and then behind it I have the foiled background as well. Then all these other elements that I just went to town. Like it though. Next up, the theme was Pretty Poinsettia, and at this point I was also just like doing a single card. Sometimes do multiple, sometimes did singles. This one is just a simple card. I've concentrated on the background. I used glitter glue through a stencil, which did sort of like seep under, so it created a kind of shadow, but I really like it. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, Pretty Poinsettia. Oh, back to some multiple cards. This was a colour scheme though. This was green, sand and copper, and obviously that foiling is just divine and I love it. But yeah, used my pattern papers to do the bulk of the work. Then those 3 big press plates which I foiled with the coppery foil, and then just added a few stamped elements of the holly and the rest of the sentiment in the same foiling. Yeah, I could eat these. This is just so scrummy. I love them. Oh, then we went back to doing something that really took quite some time. So I only made one of these cards, and it's rather splendid. I have to admit, I do love it. So the theme was Pinecone Perfection. I used the pinecone die, which is lots of dies. I inked, I spritzed, I put a lot of work into this one, and it's so cool and so textural. I also picked up a good tip somebody was suggesting, because I was saying that these intricate dies are an absolute nightmare to work with. That if you die cut into bubble wrap from like a padded mailer or that kind of thing, that works. I've not tried it yet, so I need to do that. But yeah, love that one. Okay, what was the theme for this? Oh, this was a sketch. Yes, I remember. It was a sketch with 2 underlying things going across. And I can see the sketch there, but it's not, I didn't stick to the sketch particularly well. And it was also fun to play with something just a slightly different kind of colour scheme. There we go. This is the pattern paper from that magazine kit that I mentioned all the way back there and at the beginning. These are all from that magazine kit. Okay, next one is Frosty the Snowman, and this one is a layered stencil that I don't particularly enjoy working with. I think we discovered during the filming of this video, but I kept it really simple and just cut one panel into 2 on an angle. I did it front and back, front and inside. I had to add the extra sentiments just because I made a little boo-boo with a bit of an inky finger going on. But, you know, it wouldn't be inky fingered cat if it wasn't. Okay, next up was Get Cozy, and I used the knit stencil and I created a card and 3 little tags using a very old magazine stamp set, which I think is really cute. These little bunny rabbits, don't know if you can see or not, but their little bunny tails are indeed fluffy because I used some of the fluff, what's it called, Fun Flock on it. But yeah, I created the background. That panel is using a stencil, a layered stencil, and created the two different backgrounds. One's quite bold, one's a bit more faded, and then created my little images using that. Ooh, next up we have Hang the Stockings, and for this there was 2 videos because I did a Kendra's card challenge, so KCC 19, and I used 2 of those designs to make these 2 cards, and then I've popped everything to one side and then made another one later. I'll tell you about that in a second. But yeah, this was using up the pattern papers, but then it was using the tidings and trimmings for the, is it tidings and trimmings or is it trimmings and tidings? It's tidings and trimmings, stamp set for the stockings, and then I added in those foiled elements. I've run out of space, Okay, next we have a colour scheme of navy, purple and silver. I challenged myself with a few of these colour schemes to just do something a little bit different, and this was one of them. This is not my normal go-to. I don't think that I'd used purple really. Well, there's a little bit Seedless Preserves purple there, but yeah, I don't really use purple at Christmas. Don't know why, it's just not my go-to. So yeah, it was nice to pull in something a little bit different. And again, pattern paper from the magazine kit. Oh, so colour schemes. This is where I went a bit weird. So the theme was night sky, but I ended up doing 3 very not Christmas themed colour schemes at all. Very autumnal, I would say. But I still really love these cards. I think what I love about them is those images. I think those images are the cutest. And then my favourite thing, stamps. So yeah, but yeah, totally and utterly weird colour scheme, that one. But I think we described it, I think somebody described it, I think it might have been Jill said it was quirky. So quirky is good, we like quirky. Right, back to a sketch. So the sketch was a banner and then a block across the top with something coming out of it. And used up was probably the last pieces of Painted Christmas. I think I've got a few tiny scraps left. That's about it. Which has been one of my favourite Christmas papers I've ever had. I just love it. So finally all gone. But yeah, quite enjoyed making those. Dead simple, really. I mean, the stamped and die cut elements were probably the most fancy bits, or the fussiest bits to create. Oh, back to Kendra's card challenge 19, and this was a different one of her sketches that I did this one with, but the theme was sleigh ride. Yeah, sleigh ride. And I used this from Vintage Santa from Diamond Press, who you'll see again in a bit. This Santa, but not this particular image, but that stamp set. And again, that's using those old pattern papers and doing the Kendra's card challenge. There we go. Next up, traditional colour scheme of red, green and gold, but I went modern and funky. We're using the waffle flower word dies and then that fab inlaid background with all of the shine with that foiled cardstock from Kingston Crafts. Love that. And then just 2 cute poinsettias. Nice. Okay, what were we up with next? Next was not this one. it was the tags, and they've all kind of fallen to the bottom of my basket. So for this one, I made tags using lots of scraps. And the theme was give the gifts. And so we've got the presents piled up on the tags. Quite modern and funky, these. The tags are all made from strips of scrap cardstock. And then I've either embossed onto it or I have foiled onto it. And yeah, so that was my one for the next day. And then after that we went to Snowflake Sparkle and made 4 Distress Oxide backgrounds using stamping and stencils and smooshing it, and yeah, really pretty. And then kept it really simple with just a stamp sentiment and some die cut snowflakes out of the glitter paper. But funky, bit modern, nice. Okay, then we went to a sketch, and the sketch was to have a tag on a DL card with one corner and the other corner one thing, and then a something in the middle. And I did it in 2 different ways. So I did it inky with the embossing and all the foil and all the gold and prettiness. And then this one, we went with pattern paper, and then I just fussy cut out some bits. And if you remember right back to day 1, this was the same pattern paper that was in the background. So again, magazine kit. I am running out of space. There's definitely an overlap going on now. Okay, then we did fun fold. Okay, I'm not a fun fold expert. It's not my thing. But somebody had asked, so I did. And I created this fab swing fold card. It took quite a lot of effort. That's all I'm saying. It took quite a lot of effort. I love it. I think it's great. Would I make fun folds for Christmas cards regularly? No, I probably wouldn't. Okay, love this next one. This one's a bit different. And the theme was Christmas post. And I made my own stamps. And I think it's really cute. And I absolutely want to do this one again. With lots of different images and do lots of different things. Carabelle for the stamp, and then magazine kit stamps for the insides. And I just think it's the cutest thing, and it didn't take too long to do. And you can put in loads of effort, or you can put in not very much effort, and it is still going to look amazing. Okay, we are nearly there. We are nearly there. Colour scheme of blue, pink and platinum. What an odd colour scheme for Christmas, but doesn't it work well? It's pretty. It's a bit different. Use those big die cut trees, created a fab textural, shiny, shimmery tree from these spritzes, and then embossing with that really messy and annoying Frantage embossing powder that leaves glitter everywhere. And pattern papers from, you guessed it, the magazine kit. And then these cool pink, what are they called? Chiffon type wired bow ribbon stuff. I just think they're really cute and pretty. They're not my normal kind of thing at all, but I really like them. And day 31 was all about Santa, and used up some really old, these are like fabric-y pattern paper things, so it's like a fabric that's been glued onto some cardstock on the other side. I found them quite difficult to use. I really like them, I find them quite difficult to use, so I insisted that I would use them. And then back to that vintage Santa that was on this one over here, but this is the other Santa images in that set. And I've still got some Santa images left, so he'll appear again at some point soon, I am sure. So yeah, those are the 3. Which one do I think I like the most? I think I like this one the most. So we're going to put him front and centre. Wowzers, didn't we do well? So I hope you have enjoyed following me on YouTube this July, watching all of the videos. Hope you picked up some hints and tips, maybe some inspiration. I would absolutely love it if you came over to our Facebook group, or you tagged me on Instagram and showed me what you've been making. If it's inspired you to make anything, I would love to know. Am I the only mad person who does all of this stuff at Christmas? I don't know. Maybe I am. No, I know I'm not, because I've seen it on YouTube. Other people do it too. Please do like this video if you enjoyed the little run through. Please do subscribe to see future videos. I have not got a single future video planned at this moment in time. I absolutely need a break from trying to churn them out every day, and I'm looking forward to temporarily packing some of my Christmas stuff away. Over on my blog, I will continue with Festive Friday. There might be the odd one that gets filmed as a video along the way, I don't know. I'm looking forward to doing more scrapbooking. I'm looking forward to having colours other than red appear on my desk all the time. I do have a couple of projects that I need to do fairly soon, because it is my mum's birthday on the 1st of August. I am filming this on the 26th of July. I've not yet made her card, but I will be making it soon. So anyway, please subscribe to see future videos. Really important that you also hit that notification bell, because they're not going to be daily, so you need to be notified when a new video goes up. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much if you are a subscriber. Please do consider the subscribing if you're not, because it really does help you to see content that you really like more frequently. I've had a lot of new subscribers over the month, and it's really appreciated. I think my figures have gone up to over 800 in this last month, and it's just lovely to know that people are watching and enjoying what I'm doing. I think I've waffled long enough. Thank you so much for watching, as I said, and until next time, bye bye.